Hello again, we're back. This is Canada A, their third game, xyrix versus mistgun against France. Remember the score is 1 to Canada, 1 to France. We joined a little bit late because that's just how I do things sometimes. We have a black market board here. I don't know what's happening, so we'll just try to catch up as best as we could here. Oh, we have the dreaded Black Museum. Well, alright, we're going to be here for about 40 minutes for this game. So we might as well, make ourselves comfortable, find something interesting to talk about. Black Museum is what I refer to games that have black market in it and museum in it. Museum rewards you for having differently named cards by giving you 2 points, and well, the black market is a deck of 60 cards, each of them unique. So you could really just score a lot of points by purchasing even random crap from the black market. Of course, that is to be taken in the context of the kingdom, which doesn't look particularly strong, so cheers, welcome to the Black Museum. Welcome to the Black Museum. Alright, so there's Mill and Village Green here. Let's see, mistgun 5. Each of them seem to have one sea hag, and there's no way to trash except for things that may come from the black market. Each of them seem to have a mill, probably 2 black markets. Terminal collision isn't really an issue here with Villa. Alright, black market reveals crypt, horn, and expand. The horn is ordinarily good if you could draw a lot of cards. Crypt doesn't seem that good, and xyrix can't afford the expand. Xyrix is Team Canada, by the way. Mistgun is Team France. Alright, let's see how it comes out from France for, what is this, mill, green, scavenger, secret passage. There's something. Yeah, you don't really want to do much more other than play at black markets and sea hag as much as possible. So maybe the passage is best for that purpose. xyrix. No, that was mistgun, sorry. Buys a green. Yeah, the green is good too, you probably will get terminals from the black market. Village green is quite good at providing you the actions when you need it, because you could store it away for a turn. Alright, let's see. Mistgun with the 5. Sacrifices trashing. Slow. Turn 10 to pick up a trasher. But we're here for some time, so maybe it's fine to go after the sacrifice. Hagla, I don't know, it doesn't seem good. There are a lot of cards on 4, and just the black market. You buy green haggle black market. Yeah, okay, so they get the sacrifice. We'll see how far that gets them. They have a lot of cards to trash, 10 starting cards, probably 5 curses. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Storeroom and village green. Chairs. That's excellent. Big hand and lots of money. Oh, xyrix has a bounty hunter. Alright, well that's helpful. Certainly. And let's see what's on the exile mat. The copper he just put there. Okay. So both the decks are not, as thin as they would like them to be. You probably buy Dungeon here. Dungeon is a good card. Ah, recycle garbage points out library and villa. That is true. That is an interaction. Seems xyrix recognizes that as well. Goes for the library. Mistgun just dropping our curse in the deck there. Ooh, 6. This is a good black market reveal. xyrix picks up on Margrave. Ah, there's great trashing. Unfortunately, France is unable to buy the great trasher in the junk dealer. That's too bad. That really is too bad. I mean, it still is late for trashing, but I think they would have picked that. They have an ambassador. I didn't know that. Well, that's real good for them. Alright, this mill probably discards the village green. Yep. So the mystery is, where is the library? Because you would like to be able to play it. There is the library. Sets aside a green. Ah, because now it gets discarded and you can play the green. There's lots of cool tricks with the village green. Alright, Bounty Hunter comes out. Exiles the estate for 3 money and storeroom to get to the end of the deck. This village green is probably going to be set aside for next turn. Yeah. More trash in for xyrix. If he wants it, there's a rat catcher available to him. Could consider the lodge as well. The lodge in tandem with the village green is potentially quite a bit of draw. xyrix taking his time here because you have to consider what to buy after you get something from the black market. You'll probably take a green, I imagine. There's one of them left. Yeah, it goes for the lodge, then this is a green. Yep. Makes sense. Alright, so one pile is out. The curses are soon out. Uh, Maybe this game won't be as long as I initially estimated. Well, we'll see, we'll see. I don't really see them rushing for mills in a hurry. So let's see, France opts to use their village green straight away, giving the ambassador, yeah, choice to return 2 copper. Makes sense. Makes sense. Unfortunately, the ambassador misses the shuffle. Really not what you want when you would like to thin things out. This mill has found a lot of village greens. Bounty Hunter. Look at that card. Wow. xyrix pulls the recruiter, and that's probably the final nail in the coffin, I would think. There. Trashes, it gives you villagers for actions. You could play your terminals in the order of your choice, which is particularly helpful for this library we're looking at in hand here. France pulls up what, Transmog, Patron, and Native Village. Gets the coffer from the patron. Interesting to see what they go for here. I think if anything, it would be the Transmogrify. I don't think they want the patron or the Native Village. Opts for nothing. Sea Hag, oh no, discards village green, plays village green. Village green is the star of the show here. Alright, 6 is mill, using the coffer to get another black market. Alright, that's reasonable. Alright, let's see some villa tricks here now. Well, we have to resolve the village green there first. Oh, there is no tricks. He doesn't have enough money. Yeah, this was the issue, right? xyrix doesn't have enough money here to buy a villa and then play the library for a lot of draw. I still can get quite a few cards out of hand. The Hamlet looks good. I wonder if he'll pick it up. It discards village greens, it discards for the library. Guardian, you don't really need it at this stage in the game because there's one curse left. Library discarding a green, plays the green immediately. This storeroom is probably till the end of the deck here. A mill. Who bought the mill? Because that puts piles low. Right, that was France. Interesting choice there. Oh, I guess xyrix has tracked his deck and knows that he doesn't want to draw those 3 cards at this moment. Goes for a mill himself. And a secret passage, okay. Ah, so there was the Margrave and the Hunting Lodge in there, I see. Okay. Alright. Excuse me. So not a good turn here for mistgun. xyrix will be happy to see that. Keeping a close eye on that mill pile, I'm sure. Desperation. Yeah, that makes the end of the game a little bit closer, no? What were you so desperate to buy? What were you so desperate to buy? A secret passage. No. Can xyrix get 4 mills? I don't think so. But he has a good hand here, so let's see what he can manage. Mill gives him 2. Okay, just 14 more. No, I don't think he could get 4 mills. He doesn't have a gainer either. Right? So Hamlet discards green for an action, and I guess discards a gain for a buy, right? No, not yet anyway. So library now, okay. Here's our black market. Storeroom. Alright, fresh cards, good cards. Yeah, recycle garbage. Was also on Team Canada, by the way. Points out the win in the chat. 16 coin, and you get there. I don't think xyrix can manage that much. Ooh, rats. What a wonderful card to trash curses from your deck with. Mastermind is great too, though. I don't think, yeah, he cannot pile out. And I don't know if he wants to go for triple mill. That'll put him 9 points ahead. He could probably do it and get away with it, to be honest. I don't know the best turn France could have here. And is at the end of the shuffle, hit with a Margrave. So xyrix may have a good idea of what is in the hand at this point. Okay, so xyrix did take the rats. Now island mill, yeah, okay, so just padding the score between him and his opponent. Trying to get that 3 pile on this turn here. Alright, out comes the storeroom. Here are the 2 greens, drawing extra cards. The last turn, xyrix was able to hit triple mill money, but that involved seeing the library. I think he'll need to see that again here. to get close to that 12 and 3 buys. Nope, not quite. Maybe with the 12 point difference, now he feels more comfortable going for mill. Maybe. What is an alternative play here? Okay, secret passage and silver for points. Right. That is an alternative play, and here is a good hand. Probably good enough to get triple mill. So, 3 pile saving us from horrible, horrible Black Museum shenanigans. That mistgun goes for a black market, so now that pile is thin as well. I mean, the same amount of money to empty that as the mills. Just you need an extra buy to do it. Alright, here's a mill. So that's 2. A couple black markets. 6. Looking for 6 more. Probably not going to buy anything there. Here's the library. Keeps the bounty hunter, so probably will use that for some money. Yeah, recruiter, I could trash anything here and it'll be fine. Alright, where's the money, where's the money? Okay, there's some money. So storeroom discards some cards. I think he held on to the Haunted Lodge, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's fine. His Haunted Lodge should find him the last bit of money he needs. Yeah, okay, there it is. There it is, triple mill for the game. Alright. So that's 1 game to Canada. Excuse me. It didn't even take that long. 6 cases for mistgun, that's rough. That is rough. We missed the initial few turns with the black market, so it's hard to say, you know, what happened at the beginning there. For instance, if Mistgun had pulled that ambassador on the first reveal from the black market, I feel like it was a much different game. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Both players with, well, 4-3. Xyrix has 3-4, Mistgun has 4 and 3. There's some draw on the board, villagers trashing. Couple attacks, Cardinal looks annoying. You could also open with a bargain. So bargain is what? You gain a 5 cost and everybody else gets a horse. Yeah. So in theory you could open, you know, council room, church or something. In theory. We have some points on colonnade. I don't think that matters much. There's a bunch of extra points in the castle pile. Yeah, recycle garbage is thinking about bargaining for a council room in the chat here. I could see it. They wanted to pair it with a lackeys. Which is reasonable as well. I mean, there's no dead draw there, right? If you open with the church like I suggested, you could draw into the church. Dead. Alright, so militia opening. Opting not to bargain. That's fair too, that's reasonable. Completely fine. Church for xyrix, and I expect a church for mistgun. Let's see what xyrix does on their 4. Yeah, so a church for both. Okay, so they open identically. Church militia. Alright, another 4 here. Let's see if we get a bargain. We don't, we get our lackeys instead. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so church sets aside some cards for xyrix, buys our lackeys, just keeps just enough for the lackeys, which is why I said I don't know. So here, for example, mistgun could have bought the lackeys. Church set aside everything except the militia, play the militia, buy the lackeys, and last turn buy a second church, for example. Alright, so let's see what they set aside with the church. Because now it's awkward. They want to buy something like a silver, but they also want to set aside a lot of cards with the church. I imagine that's what the delay here is about. So they do choose to set 3 aside, okay. Perhaps buying a lackeys now. Oh, apologies. Alright, so they do get the lackeys. Militia from xyrix with the big hand from the church gets him up to council room money. I'm sure he planned that. Alright, church trashes for mistgun. Lackeys draws into 2 terminals. There goes the militia. I expect this to also be a council room. Yep. Okay. Similar build paths for both players so far. Let's see this 4. I feel like xyrix is thinking about church or village. Lackeys. Okay, goes for lackeys instead. Alright. Lackeys in the council room. And I imagine, okay, at least the militia comes out here. Opting first for the lackeys to find the church. Nice, very nice for mistgun. It does deplete them of villagers, however, so something to keep in mind. It may prompt them to buy more lackeys. Not entirely sure. Feel like you do want to stop buying lackeys at some point. Not yet. Says Mr. Gun. Picks up a second church. Alright. So council room now from xyrix. Into church, into probably militia. As requested an undo. Opts for lackeys first, then church. Okay. So wants to give himself more options. Sets 3 aside. Down comes the militia. So Is this something like double village or double lackeys? You could also think about using squire for your village. Maybe squire is better. You get a coin from it and you don't potentially set aside a good card. Goes for squire lackeys, okay. Alright, so mistgun trashes an estate, I assume lead counselor room, yeah. Alright, well this is... I feel like we've seen this hand from mistgun before. And let's see if they opt now for more lackeys or for villages. More lackeys, okay. And the squire now, okay. Alright, so xyrix burning some villagers there on lackeys to get this council room. Almost seals the whole deck here. So we'll get up to 9 and a couple buys. The colonnade points have started to move as well. Now that the players have a few more action cards in. Council room, second council room and squire, okay. So xyrix is now moving over to a more traditional engine with squire for actions as opposed to the villagers. The villagers were used to kind of jumpstart the deck, I feel. Church sets aside 2, so go in for 7 and 2 buys. Probably another council room and a squire. Yeah, okay. Alright. So xyrix notably does not have the second church. It may not matter, but we will see. I feel like it will. Alright, xyrix is out of villagers there. Completely out of villagers now. May think about replenishing the stock. Picking up a lackeys here. Alongside a squire, maybe, let's see what he opts to do. The colonnade points in the meantime have split 6-6. A close game so far, close game. So does choose to replenish the villager supply. And probably a squire. No, second church now. Alright. There's the second church to help him with the trashing. I think he realized that on the last, well, probably before that, but it was made evident on the last turn when he had to go through all those lackeys. He would appreciate a thinner deck, I think. Yeah, obviously the squire was meant for buys. Not meant for buys, sorry, it was meant for actions. Double council room coming out. Alright. Big turn here for mistgun. Seeing almost the whole deck. Almost. 2 cards shy. They can get to the end of the shuffle if they want and play the militia. I'm not sure what is in there, but now they've started to have their churches alternate, which is a good look for them. Alright, so I don't think they're going to look at the last 2 cards. Probably going to settle on 7 and 2 buys to go for squire council room, probably, but don't quote me on that. I say don't quote me on that, then I have this as a video recording. Alright, so 3 lackeys get put aside. 8 and 3 buys is what? So far, no one's used bargain. Just to point it out, there's a 1 lackeys and no one's picked up cardinal either. It would miss a lot of the time with all the 2 costs in each of the players' deck. So it's fair that cardinal is still in the supply at 10. I thought it would be more annoying initially. Turns out I was wrong. Alright, so our lackeys, probably thinking between lackey squire or double squire. I like double squire for mistgun as opposed to lackey squire. Okay, squire and oh, I just spoke about the bargain. Alright, so we bargained away for another console room. I think that was good, a good buy from mistgun there. 3 console room is probably where you want to be, taking this deck into the end game. Probably. It might be a little too much, but I think it's good. I think it's good. It lets you build a little bit bigger, and with the extra pile of castles on the board, might be the way to go. Okay, double console room turn for xyrix, down to 1 villager. 9 and 3 buys. No. Could be squire console room as well. xyrix has managed to get their church out 2, so that's good. Notably here, mistgun didn't leave any copper in his hand to trash with his church, so he may consider trashing our lackeys instead. Maybe. There are quite a few of them in the deck. And they don't really help to draw cards with these flat villages like Squire and Native Village. Native Village isn't entirely flat, but initially it is. Alright, xyrix in the tank here. Squire, yeah. This looks like as console room as the next buy. Right? Looks like console room. What else could be in xyrix's mind here? Squire. Triple squire. Alright. Well, let's see how that works out. Very interesting play there. Not what I expected. Alright, so mistgun has to eat a villager. Does trash the lackeys at the start of the turn. Alright, opt in to play our lackeys instead of the console room here. Well, you don't need all the buys, and you don't want to give your opponent another card, I imagine. And more importantly, this console room can be stored away for next turn alongside a copper. Okay, so there will be a copper trash next turn. For mistgun, militia comes out. 10 now. Alright. So let's see how he builds. Squire, and gold. Reasonable. Reasonable. Certainly a reasonable choice there. Now though, this is kind of a long shot card now. If you do manage to nick off someone's consular room, that will be very annoying. Because there may not be time to put that consular room back in your deck, you know? But it's very difficult to hit the consular room is the other issue, so I don't think it's worth it still. It's a high risk, high reward play, the Cardinal. Alright, so xyrix has managed to not play the horse, and that horse is probably going to go sit in the church for some time. Double console room comes out. So yeah, even with the one less console room, xyrix is managing to see most of his deck here. So far he's holding a little bit behind, I would say. Maybe just the half a turn, to be honest. Alright, so the church comes out. Like the horse has to go in there for sure. And the lackeys, yeah. Alright, so just those two wants all the money. For what? For what? What did you want 12 for? Double gold? Let's see. Ooh, castling. Alright, so xyrix decides to green there. Go in for castle 3, castle 4, castle 5. Gets a silver with the 4 castle, the crumbling castle. Is interesting, but the xyrix was in a tough position there. He couldn't exactly build anymore with just 1 lackeys and 5 console rooms left. So the options there were to go double gold to add more buying power to his deck for next turn, or as he demonstrated, to green. Alright, so mistgun is able to again see most of their deck here and keep a console room set aside for next turn with villagers intact, so no brick chance there. Speaking of no brick chance, xyrix looks like he might brick here. Maybe, but we have to remember there's a horse in the church, so that horse might get him out of jail this turn. Right, so let's see what goes in the church here. I assume mistgun wants that haunted castle, because that comes with our gold as well as the 2 points. Let me see. He can buy castle 6, castle 7, which would leave castle 8 up. I think that's fine. xyrix isn't getting 8, 9, 10. He may even opt to not play the militia, so that the haunted castle affects xyrix instead of the militia. Very important difference there, because the cards go back on top of your deck rather than your discard pile. If he plays the militia, the horse could get him out of jail with the current hand you see on screen here. But if he doesn't play the militia and uses the haunted castle effect, I think xyrix is bricked. Because in the church is just a horse and a lackeys. He cannot draw through the cards he'll top deck. So recycle garbage is saying this is not exactly like Ghost Ship. Oh, right, it's not exactly like Ghost Ship. You just have to put 2 cards back. I thought he would have to put back until he had 3 in hand, so um, he would need to basically top deck our console room to keep his turn alive if the Haunted Castle effect comes into play. This has to be in Mistgun's mind at this point, whether or not to go for the militia attack or the Haunted Castle attack. And also, if he is going for the Haunted Castle, does he want the castle behind it as well? If not, what do you want instead? Maybe just castle gold? Maybe. Yeah, castle gold is interesting. It has a lot of payload, but as you can see here, he doesn't quite have... He can draw through the deck, but it would require the cards to come in a specific order. So I think he can manage the few extra stop cards in the gold. Well, 2 gold, right? If you go Haunted Castle gold instead. It does mean that he'll have to be playing 3 console rooms a turn. Which means here you could see he's an action shot. Ideally, Mistgun would like to play console room and militia after it. So a little bit strapped for actions, which is probably in their mind as well, because it's not just about this turn, right? Xyrix has gone ahead and started to score points, and now Mistgun has to respond and respond appropriately here. Militia is better. I love Ghost Ship, so I would say Ghost Ship is better. Deep think here from Mistgun. Deep think. Remember, France is a game down, so they would love to equalize here. Bring the score back to 1-1. Especially on first player, right? You would like to win all your first player games. Take full advantage of the first player advantage. Let's see if we can interact with chat in the meantime. I thought the Black Museum game would be long, huh? See what Recycle Garbage thinks about this. Alright, so opts to put the console room aside on 2 copper, opting to play militia. Maybe this signals that they will not buy Haunted Castle. Okay, no, does go 6 and 7. Alright, 6, so they go 6 castle, 7 castle, and xyrix is able to have a full turn here. Well, at least see more than half his deck. Right, so Recycle Garbage is pointing at 21 to win. Small Castle will gain the top castle, and then buy the castles and the lackeys to win. I don't think he has $21. Right, so mistgun scored and added some payload at the same time to his deck with castle 6, castle 7. Alright, so xyrix knows, I feel like he can't buy all the castles on the lackeys. So what does he play here? Because mistgun has more money than you, has more draw than you. So how do you get out here? How do you still convert this into a win? So xyrix has stopped here, rightly so. Continuing would mean burning his last villager. And as maybe, for a maybe that he sees exactly Squire and Council Room as the top two cards. On the other hand, if you stop here, you know for sure there's a Squire and Council Room in the next 5 cards, and you'll likely have a good turn next turn. But you don't want to fall behind and scoring at the same time. So, I don't think xyrix will burn that villager here. That has to be for an emergency situation. So either the small castle or the militia gets played. I think he'll tuck the small castle into the church alongside the lackeys. By a province, maybe Sprawling Castle. But Sprawling Castle opens up. It might open up a win, but I don't think mistgun has $21 either. Maybe they do though. They added a gold and the opulent castle, which is, well, that's only worth 2 coin. So they have 5 extra money, and they had up to 15 last turn, I think. I think they're short 21, but let's see. You could leave the castles as xyrix, I feel, because mistgun is not buying castles. Mistgun knows you have small castle, so mistgun knows that xyrix can gain these expensive castles very easily. So ideally, mistgun would want to just take 8, 9, 10 and leave the pile empty. Mistgun is unable to do that, and I don't think they would risk leaving an expensive castle on the top of the pile. Which means I think xyrix can just buy province here, but then you have to think, how do you win the game, right? Does buying province let me win the game? It makes my deck a little bit worse, and with the one less council room, that mightn't be the way to go. So maybe you do take the sprawl in here and look to gain the next castle behind it on the next turn. That might be the way to go for a win here. What did he buy? Native village council room. Alright, so not taking points, taking draw and actions. Alright. So xyrix opts here to build. Alright, so now they have the same number of council rooms. I didn't catch the squire count though. I assume that's split 5-5. I assume that's split 5-5. So as I mentioned before now, Mistgun, I don't think can afford to touch the castles still. I think that opens up too easy of a pile out for xyrix, which would leave the provinces as the other source of points here. Alternatively, Mistgun could opt to do what xyrix did and build a little bit more. Could opt to do that, but that again leaves the piles in danger. One more console room and then you just need 17 money to end the game, and xyrix is already ahead. And as we mentioned again before, Mistgun is a little bit tight for actions. So alongside the console room, they would probably want to buy a native village. xyrix is probably never setting aside cards with that native village. I don't think he can afford to risk it. The only way he does that is if he knows the top card of his deck is something worth setting aside. Yeah, I feel like you just can't take the chance native village sets aside a squire or a console room that you absolutely need to continue your turn, and then you can't pick it up until the next turn. Right, so I don't think there's room for Mistgun to build. I don't think Mistgun could touch the castles. So, you have one option. Build in the sense of more draw in console room, right? I don't think they can do that. So you have a couple options. You could put more gold in your deck, or you could buy provinces. And I think here they should trash the copper. I really think they should trash the copper. A brick in this position effectively loses you the game. So, and you're going to be adding bricks in the form of green cards anyway. So just try to keep it lean. Try to stay afloat as best as possible here. This is one tense game too. How many coppers are in the trash? 3. 6 estates. Yeah, I think the only line available for Mistgun is province. Well, not the only one. Maybe you could add more money, but you have to worry about xyrix now, because xyrix sees the castle pile out and may be able to get there with the small castle gain and the sprawling castle. Not on this turn. I still don't think xyrix has 21. But depending on what Mistgun does, xyrix might build for the castle pile out. Maybe. No, don't be sorry. It's tense. It's tense. You have a few lines to consider in the end game here, and you need to find a way out. You need to find a way to win the game somehow. With regard to money, Mistgun probably wants to keep 16 money in the deck, probably, to threaten double province. Probably. xyrix in chat. Yeah, we know you're thinking about the whole turn. And yeah, xyrix is, yeah, obviously. Alright, so we have liftoff. Does up the trash the copper. And leads with Squire into console room. Yeah, you see, it's hard for mistgun. You have to think. You have to think about many lines. You don't get the time. Libby, no! Alright, so one villager used up from mistgun here, so both players have one left. The final safety net. Alright, so opulent 42. Oh! Oh, what is this? What is this? How many cards did that console room draw? Okay, drew a lot, but alright, that's the end of the line for the villagers, so you need to see squires. And actually they only they have 5 squires, yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect mistgun to burn their last villager like that as well. But I mean, let's see. So let's look at the money situation. 11 and 6 is 17 and 2 is 19. They have 19 available to them. I think you set aside the green, the lackeys, copper, militia, double province. I think that's the way out. And then you have to hope your squires and council rooms show up nicely. Okay, sets aside lackeys and 2 coppers instead, which is fine. It still has the 16, right? Yeah. So this is double province. What? No. That's why they didn't set aside the haunted castle to gain extra points from the grand castle. Okay. So let's see how well mistgun calculated here. I didn't think that lineup play was winning. If they calculated it all the way through, then kudos to them. that xyrix has no way to win on this turn. Kudos. I don't believe it, but let's see. Alright, so xyrix will see the whole deck here, doesn't set aside with the native village, obviously. Right, so these last two actions would be small castle, trash the crumbling castle for the extra point and the extra silver. Will he go lackeys to try to pick up the silver? Does he need to? He actually doesn't need to, just play the militia. Alright, so xyrix is 6 points adrift. Alright, he has at least that tie. Yeah, okay, see? I didn't believe it. Alright, that was very nicely done by xyrix. Picking up the second church, building after greening is unconventional and not advised in general. But he's able to recognize the game state and what he needs to do to stay afloat. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it mattered which castle he trashed. Alright, well, 2-0 to Canada. Cheers. On a tense game too. Oh look, xyrix opening 5-2 on our board with junk dealer. Well, that seems good. That seems good. I think you take the junk dealer because you would like to get border villages fast. And junk dealer will let you do that. Has the coin, will get rid of the estates from the deck. Go border village, go ship border village, mastermind, border village displays. Goes for go ship. Not go ship. Junk dealer. Yeah, junk dealer is my choice as well. Yeah, go ship. Yeah, I see the go ship as well. I understand. Like, you open between go ship, junk dealer, and displays here, all reasonable options, I think. Alright, so how do you respond on 4-3, seeing that your opponent has just opened with a junk dealer? You also would like a junk dealer. How can I get there? Double silver? Sacrifice silver? Probably between those two options. Alright, silver. xyrix picks up the hound, which is good. Mastermind around, border village around. You could just trade it in for an animal fair too, which is kind of funny. You trade a hound in to get the whole fair. Alright, so mistgun goes hound silver, looking for 5 I presume. But this is how you get 5. You just draw it 5 head. Just draw 5 coins. Easy. Go ship now. Cheers. Probably not going to play this hound. This xyrix. Yeah, changes it for an animal fair. Alright, so mistgun Was able to procure their junk dealer, very good. Now has to suffer under the ghost ship. Here's another 5, probably second junk dealer. Chairs, animal fair, let's xyrix buy a border village into mastermind, probably. Yeah, this game is done. I know it's turn 6, and it's probably a little bit premature, but probably not. I should have top decked FH, Faithful Hound. Yeah, recycle garbage actually agrees with me. The game is done, so alright, so mistgun exchanges their Hound for fair as well. Do we see a cavalry? Yes, we do. Excellent cavalry. Mastermind will hit something here. Probably going to line it up on the ghost ship. Border village into what for mistgun? Ghost ship now. So still fighting, mistgun. Still fighting. After they see this turn though, they may throw in the towel 1 or 2 turns later, if not immediately. The game plays itself now, I think. You play cavalry, you play animal fair, you buy border village, gain mastermind. This plays fine, that works too. That also works. Yeah, xyrix wants to play the mastermind here, then gain the mastermind on this turn. On the turn he plays the mastermind to always have a mastermind in play, I think. Right, so ghost ship prevents xyrix from having a good turn here. Maybe. Border village gains cavalry back to draw 2. Yes? No? Yes is the answer. Ooh, look at that draw. Double junk dealer. Oof. Oof. That is tough. Yeah, border village. Border village, right? Border village, mastermind, hound. Yep. Border village probably into mastermind. No for mistgun, yeah. Yeah, the 5-2 was killer. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it'll happen, whatever. Don't worry, mastermind will fix everything. Mastermind fixes everything. That's why they call mastermind. Don't worry about it. Everything is under control. Trust the mastermind. Watch this here. Boom. Easy. Triple displaced border village to gain 3 more. No, I'm joking. Probably will, yeah, mastermind the border village. Same displaced trick on the cavalry, yep. Yeah, okay, and now ideal state has been achieved. Mastermind and play every turn. And wait, what just happened? Oh, they bought the border village and they gained the cavalry to draw everything. Yeah, okay, cheers. Mistgun has resigned, yep. Yeah, that was tough for Mistgun. You can't really fight the 5-2 there. I mean, you could if it shuffles, put the 5 at the bottom of the deck or whatever, but didn't happen in that game. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. We have Capitan Ooh, okay. There's some rats apprentice things happening. Rats with innovation as well. Innovation is hard to get to though. $6. That's a lot of dollars. I vote for clicking rats and thinking later. Yeah, rat silver could do it. Rat silver could be the way, could be the play. I don't think so though. Oracle silver. You want the innovation before the rats, I think. And rats makes it harder to get 5 and 6. Because they breed so easily. Oh, so xyrix has 5 again? xyrix, give the people a chance to play the game, please. Camel train Ducker to spy captains. That, I feel, takes too long. Alright, so 5-2. I don't know what you open on 5-2 actually. Maybe Old Witch. Maybe Ducker without trashing an estate. Copper, sorry. 4-3. I mentioned already. I like Oracle Silver. Mistgun goes for the rats, okay. Old Witch for xyrix. This is a silver for mistgun. Or what? Yeah, okay. Ops for the estate. Trash. Why? I guess you get a point, but... alright. Second silver for mistgun, yes, I like the way their thought process so far. A rats now for xyrix. Here is the innovation, if you want it. I think you do want it. And shortly after the innovation, the apprentice to start nicking rats off. Opts instead for an old witch, okay. Alright, so let's see xyrix on 6. If they go for the innovation or not, as requested on undo. What? Oh, I see why. They want their rats to trash the curse instead of having the old witch trash it. I don't think you have to worry about that at this stage in the game though. Just go ahead, trash the necropolis if you have to. Goes for the apprentice instead of the innovation. Alright. Old witch. Apprentice, yeah. Alright, that makes sense. Another reason to trash the hovel there. If the apprentice connects with the estate, you get to draw an extra card. Very nicely done by xyrix. Good foresight. Alright, apprentice takes out the silver. Actually, I don't like that. Oh, there was a second apprentice. Alright, well then that's fine. I didn't know there was a second one. I thought there was just the one. So that's totally fine then, to take out the silver at that point. Alright, innovation money again. Would you like the innovation? No. City. I don't know, I like innovation. Alright, so xyrix has a deck of rats, apprentice, and 4 coppers. But not to worry about it. Think he could build out of it actually. I think it starts with silver, yeah. That's rough to see the apprentice after you play a rat. That's rough. Let's see. Do you nick your last silver? I don't know. That seems kind of suspicious. Does nick the last silver. Well, well, well. I think it's okay that still for them in this hand, for mistgun I mean, the apprentice and the rat should line up here and then they'll see probably 5 copper I think they have still. Alright, so xyrix kills a couple of rats and 6 is healthy, a healthy level to be at. Chooses the trash. Tragic hero will gain treasures. Okay. Okay, they had less money than I thought. They have 4, just like xyrix had a 10 or 2 ago. Crap, I only have 4. The rats ate my money. No. How could they do such a thing to me? Yeah, just get the silver and move on. Alright, more rats dying for the cause. Apprentice gaining a gold. Where did that curse come from? Oh, the old witch. Camel train and TH tragic hero. Oh. Maybe I've just been wrong about this whole innovation thing because nobody seems to be buying it. Alright, they're cool now. Mistgun is cool. Back to 6. Respectable amounts of economics. Trashes a copper, goes down to 5, picks up the tragic hero, so they'll make the same play as xyrix. Does not see apprentice and rats though. So tragic hero also fills up the aqueduct, which is cute. Plays a rat, gains a copper, apprentice to trash a rat, and then plays the rats to trash the curse. What will the camel train exile now? Tragic hero to buy another tragic hero? Is that what's happening? Or is it finally time for captains? Captains are not that good though on this board. Not that good. Maybe a ducat to have more permanent plus buy. Certainly an option. Yeah, building here is interesting. The only real payload is money. Goes for the tragic hero exile, buys tragic hero and city. Yeah, okay, so building with money via tragic hero is the play here. The old witch gets nicked by mistgun. Tragic hero trashing gains gold. Just 2 rats left, and then these cities will draw lots and lots of cards. Opt in to hold the rats actually. Tragic hero and camel train, okay. So this tragic hero isn't terribly tragic. It does trash the gold, yeah, that was expected. Tragic hero to gain another gold probably. Yep. Aqueduct filling up slowly. Yeah, I thought xyrix would want to empty the cities, the pile of rats for the cities as well. Probably suggests a similar play to last turn here, double tragic hero and city. Exiled as city, so it'll be double city, double tragic hero. Is that what's happening here? Oh, no, the ducat actually. And an estate. Huh. Okay. This is a rough draw for mistgun. Not what they wanted to see, I imagine. Tragic hero does not trash itself, which does make for quite a weak turn here. Back to the days of poverty, which is 4 coin. This does not feel like captain. Yeah, I don't know what mistgun does in this position. Just bad. Just a bad position. And not enough time to play out of it now. They probably buy back a silver here. Right? I didn't think xyrix had to take that estate then. But whatever. I mean, he's way ahead already. So it's not that big a deal. Even with this relatively quiet turn, still well ahead. Trashes are silver with your rats. Activity above all, says xyrix. Camel train for what? Hero? Or city? So if he goes after the cities hard enough, he'll get the plus buy from the city as well. Exiles are gold and buys a tragic hero. Okay. These rats are not coming with their apprentices, huh? Real tragedy. Alright, here's one. Will the tragic hero trash itself now? Yes, I think there's enough cards in hand. Is there? No, there's not. No. No. Betrayal. Yeah, that's tough. See, you thought the tragic hero was named because when it trashes itself, that's the tragedy, but no, it's the opposite that's true. When it doesn't trash itself, that is the true tragedy. Alright, big turn for xyrix here. Double apprentice draw. Double hero gain as well. Just has to be a little bit careful about piles, and he's fine. Just a tiny bit careful about piles. Yeah, tragic hero goes down. Second tragic hero goes down. Camel train exiles a tragic hero. I expect to see some points. Oh, never mind. The curses pile out. Alright, well done. I guess that was what the duck cut was for last turn. The turn before that, the extra buy for the curse pile out. Probably what the estate was for as well. He was thinking a turn ahead. Well done. xyrix, please let the people play the game. How can people play the game if there's 5-2 all the time in your hand? Yeah, easy Wharf and Squire. Alright, mistgun with the bounty hunter open. So xyrix gets Squire Wharf. That could have been Spice Merchant Silver. Steward for mistgun, I think. I understand the bounty hunter wants the Wharf. Oh, there's bonfire. I didn't even see bonfire chairs. Oh no, see? So I'm telling you, this is how to get 5 in Dominion. Just draw 5 copper. Alright, so let's see how mistgun plays out of this. Probably okay, gets a Squire here and has enough for the Wharf now. This is probably another Squire for xyrix. Actually, maybe you just bonfire here, to be honest. Changeling. Alright, cheers. Alright, so mistgun is up with the Wharf now. Squire trashes. Buys a bounty hunter against the Wharf. Okay, okay. Nice changeling there. I didn't see that at all. Squire the trash, buys the changeling. Okay. And Squire xyrix is running away with this one too. Lots of changelings for mistgun. They will look to be converted into wolves. This is double Wharf. Right. Easily double Wharf. Wharf, Squire, bonfire. Wharf, changeling, Squire. Okay. Not worrying about the trashing. Wharf just draws the cards. Not to worry. Exiles copper here for the extra cash. Gain silver, that will turn into a changeling, yeah. Would you like another wharf? Yes, please. And double squire. So, piles are thin. That happened rather quickly. Squire to trash here, no. Squire to convert to changeling, no. Cognizant of piles. In? Will you take the in here? Cartographer. The changeling is probably for the wharf. Right. What is this 5? In, right? I feel like it has to be in. And then you gain the wharf. No, cartographer instead. Okay. Okay, that's fine too. That's a reasonable play. Bounty hunter sets aside the estate. 6. 6 for what? Exactly. Double squire? No, just an in. Alright, cheers. A mistgun may not set aside anything with that bounty hunter. Okay, you still managed to buy a squire. That was the only consideration. What if you don't draw enough treasure dead? Look at all these cards. I heard you like cards. So I put some cards in your cards so you could cards value cards. Let's see if there's a pile out here for xyrix. All the silver gains from the squire could convert to changeling. And that's all he needs to do, right? Just empty the changeling pile. The current changeling will gain the squire from the supply, and then a single estate will clean up. So yeah, he can gain 2 changelings. And buy the last 3 and an estate, right? That's the win. Just exile the wharf here. Oh no, wait. He still has to discard for the inn. Oh. Silly goose inn. I thought this was his hand, but it's not. So now he has to think. Can he get rid of 2 coppers and still win? So 4 plus 2 is 6, and 3 is 9. And 3 is 12. Yeah, he has it. I think the win is in hand here. You drop the 2 coppers, exile the wharf with the bounty hunter, squire for action, squire gain silver, change to changeling, squire gain silver, change to changeling. And then you have 12 and 6 buys. Changeling. Estate. Use the changeling in hand for squire. And the game is done, no? Yeah, I think calculations are complete here from xyrix. Yup, the exact line we described put into practice. Boom. Wait, I mean... Alright, this is just unnecessarily stylish. You didn't have to do that. Alright, fine. Style points. Get the last changeling fire in. I mean, yeah, I mean, you get the in, right? So, objectively, it's better. At the end of the game, it doesn't matter, but for future reference, of course. Alright. This might be the last game, I think. Mistgun opening Silva. Oh, this is a nice board. Probably be looking at Silva into account here. Yeah, okay, both players go for Silva. Mistgun gets the 5 that they desired and opts for an old witch. xyrix gets double 4. You know what? That's rough. Goes for a fortress and another silver. So 3 silver for xyrix. Would you like a snowy village, Mr. Gun? Perhaps a black cat? What does he play here? What is the play here? Marcusin is pointing out populate seems quite good, and I agree. Well, the first one at least. I would take one of everything. Like a good doubles. Good doubles, you need 2 at least. You can't eat doubles. Just 1. That's almost criminal. Anyways. Let's see where Mistgun takes this now. Silva, Snowy, Cat. What is the play? What is the play? What is the way? Show us. Show us. We want to see. I feel like Mistgun will buy Snowy. That's just my gut feeling. Yeah, okay. We call that one. Here's another 5 for Mistgun. What will it be? Would you like a count now? Another old witch. And an old witch for xyrix as well. Okay, they both have ignored the count. Perhaps aiming for a faster populate instead. Here's another 5. Yes, old witch would be consistent with what's been happening so far. Tactician, no, isn't the worst either. Opts for the fortress, okay. So then, yes, xyrix picks up an old witch. This is a black cat, a silver, no, another snowy village. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't think you would do that after the fortress. by the previous turn. A lot of actions and not that many terminals. Fortress into Old Witch gets xyrix up to 6. 4. Another Old Witch. No, they can't now. Now they can't. I'm confused. I feel like Old Witch is better to get before count, but why though? And now both players get the count. What? I don't know, maybe that's just my old school thing. Trash down and then build up. Mistgun hesitating on this Old Witch play here. Are there good cards left in those 7? Apparently. You didn't have to show your opponent the Ox though. Okay. So we do have something happening here. Snowy. Alright. Mistgun is looking for that second Old Witch. Will they find it? You have to try, right? No, apparently you don't have to try. Going to trash a silver along with 2 coppers and 2 estates. Okay. Well, this is just adding. This is just rude. xyrix could discard those 2 silvers and then trash everything. Bigger trash. And keeps the money. Alright, so here's 6 for mistgun now. And Old Witch. What does he buy here? What does he play? Double Fortress. What? Right, well, populate is a bit less good now, considering the fortresses are empty. Could think about top decking the fortress and trash in here. It's probably worth doing. Oh, doing that instead. Gaining the copper trash in the fortress to regain it to hand. Second pile will be out very soon. This looks like another healthy trash for xyrix. There is populate available if he wants it though. Opts the trash instead. Reasonable. Alright, so here's the Old Witch from mistgun. The other one is in there somewhere, right? You have to go look for it with Snowy. Yeah, I think you have to keep digging for it. Or at least get closer to the end of the shuffle. Either way, you play the Snowy Village here. Maybe you want to stonemason the snowy village into 2 black cats. Perhaps that is the idea. Stonemason the fortress, okay. I guess you want black cats, yeah. Do you play that? You do. Alright, Chris is out. Scores are level, 2 piles are empty. What? Why did they not play the fortress before playing that black cat? What? What? I do not understand. Yeah, look at the log. Plays Old Witch, draws Copper Fortress Cat. And then next is plays Cat. That is very odd. I don't think those 5 cards are particularly good either. Anyways, what does he play on 5 here? What is the play for fun 5? Probably, yeah, Old Witch. I don't really see anything about that. Grove. We could consider Grove. I don't think you consider Dutch. Stonemason for cats. Stonemason for cats. Yeah, this hand, these 5 cards were not particularly good. Huh. Interesting. So the Old Witch goes on top of the deck. Here's our Stonemason for 2 5s, right? A Grove and what? Another Grove? Or Grove and a Witch. I don't think you'd get Tactician here. Could be wrong. Yeah, double Grove. Could trash here, mistgun. Okay. Alright, Toon is alive still. Look at all these cats. Draws into 2 stonemason and 2 copper. Okay. Finn? I think you Finn. And maybe you could do something exciting with the stonemason on the next turn. Stonemason fortress. Into silvers if you want it. Cats if you want it. So xyrix has to ox one of those actions there. Probably the stonemason. Actually, that's not even clear to me if you want to do the stonemason or the grove. Okay, yeah, the grove becomes the ox, which leaves the stonemason available to trash what? This fortress? Trash the curse? I can't imagine that's why they kept the stonemason as a stonemason. What is the stonemason for? For a pilot on stonemasons? Okay, going for the grove first. Maybe the grove would have helped in a pilot. So now working with exact information. Marcusin may have spotted a win in the chat here. Trash the fortress with the stonemason for 2 stonemasons. Draw with the fortress into... Okay, well, xyrix will just show us. So gets rid of those. And there's enough money to pile out the stonemasons here. King of piles. Alright, so that is a 6-0 victory for Canada. They are up 2-1 in their match against France. It'll conclude tomorrow, Sunday, I think, but I won't have that game up. So you'll have to wait a little while to hear the results. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.